guess I can't leave out the bluffage that we're actually seeing along the trail. Plenty of it. It's a fun area. Well, howdy folks. Shawn here from hikeandwintshawn.com. Today we are at the Lourash Creek trailhead right here. We're gonna go this way, go over here, and basically edge the bottom of what is Owl Bluff. So the bluffage, gonna check that out and go all the way towards Indian Kitchen. And you get to come with us. Pretty big trailhead here, has a pit toilet, and it's a nice little area. Horses aren't supposed to be in Lourash Creek Wilderness right now, so shouldn't see any horses. Not that it really matters. We get along with riders, and it's kind of nice out. So it's supposed to be like 60 degrees, so should make for a pretty good day. Alrighty.
That's like one day old.
Yeah. Walking down this cool trail. Then we'll get to a point to where we'll cross the road, go into the wilderness, cross Lourash Creek. I left my, are they hanging from me?
They're hanging.
Okay. Got water shoes. They're hanging from my backpack. Yeah, and cross Lourash Creek that way. And then get into the bluffage and see what we can't find. All right, folks, cross the road, stay on the river to river trail, and it'll be a little while before we get into the wilderness. But once we get into the wilderness, we'll keep going until we hit Lourash Creek. There you go. So they put these up because they come through here and make new trails via horse right through here. It's really for horses. Hikers don't do the kind of damage that horses do. It's not a diss against horses. It's just,
they have 4 legs and we only have 2.
yeah, you know, we're not that heavy, and you guys usually ride in packs of people. But anyway, they put them there because horses are heavy, they cause erosion, and they're basically taking shortcuts. And they're all through here, but because this is a designated trail, they're taking shortcuts because they want to get to a certain point faster, which personally I've never understood, because you're on a horse. It's not like, yeah, you're not doing the work. And in all honesty, going down instead of using a switchback is harder on your horse. I mean, logic says that. So in reality, you're only wearing out your horse or mule. So it's just easier to go down the switchback. I would rather go down the switchback, go up and down it, because it's a lot harder on me just to go straight up the steepest part. See, here's another example. This is the designated trail. It goes around and just switchbacks down, you know, it curves down. People are going straight down here because they don't want to go around on their horse for some reason. And what that's doing is when it rains, all the water flows and just takes out everything in its path and erodes everything. So it puts more work on Shawnee Trail Conservancy and backcountry horsemen who have to fix these trails and fix these areas. So literally, those who are taking these shortcuts are putting more work on the people who advocate for them to be able to use this trail. You're making them spend their money on that when they could be spending it on more important stuff like adding more trails or fixing things that really need fixed. Really pretty scene right here. Pretty creeks. This time of the year is just perfect for these creeks, I think. This, and maybe if there's a blanket of snow on it. It's definitely a nice hike in the woods. Lusk Creek is the biggest wilderness area in the Shawnee. I think it's 3,000 something acres, if I'm correct. Most of the other ones are, you know, anywhere from 1,000 to just under 3. But this is, to me, Lusk Creek is more wild than the rest of them, I think. I feel like it. It feels more wild to me. And it's probably because it's just such a larger swath of land mass. And then Garden of the Gods, it's pretty wild there, but it's pretty touristy. So, you know, I just feel like you're always gonna typically see people at Garden of the Gods all throughout the seasons. Whereas here, aside from horse riders here and there, you really don't see a whole lot of people. It's kind of rugged, a lot of the parts, and we come all year long. We'll hike in areas here in the summer that are you know, grown up. Gotta use extra caution because there's rattlesnakes here. I mean, they're all pretty much in a hibernation, quote unquote, right now. But I say quote unquote because they really don't hibernate. They just kind of just take little naps. But they'll come back out or here and there if it's warm. But yeah, so this is just a vast wilderness. Interesting, new sign. Lusk Creek Wilderness. Getting into the wild now, folks. So, that's a new sign. I like it. Kind of tells you some rules. Group size limits of 10 people are in place for hikers and horseback riders. All saddle, pack, or draft animals must stay on designated trails or in the designated stock confinement areas, which are high lines, near Indian Kitchen, Owl Bluff, the High Point, Natural Bridge, and Secret Canyon. Lusk Creek Wilderness is closed to horseback riding for 24 hours after 1 inch of rain during April, May, September, October, and November. Lusk Creek Wilderness may be closed to horseback riding from December through March, which it is. That's the sign. When closures occur, consider riding outside, areas outside of Lusk Creek Wilderness, such as those near Jackson Hole, Petticoat Junction, and Crow Knob. So that's really cool. That's a good sign. Very informative. We are gonna go right. And it's pretty out here, pretty down here too. A little bit of cascading.
Yep, you got a cascade. You start right on down there.
I about turned it into a mud cascade. Cool cascade. Beautiful. That's pretty. That's really cool. I love this area. Michelle is holding a parasite.
There you go, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's a horsehair worm. Not really harmful to humans. but is a member of the parasite family. She also found a driver's license. I'm not going to show any information on that, but we will try to contact the owner. So we definitely do that. But this is pretty. This is, when it's wet and it's the leaf off like this, it's beautiful. So, and this is cool here too. This is work that was either done by AmeriCorps or like Shawnee Trail Conservancy. One of them, I don't think Backcountry did it. They could have, but I think it was STC or AmeriCorps helping STC. So cool stuff. All right, a little shout out to Alyssa from the Forest Service. These are the river to river trailblazes for the wilderness. They don't put the blue and white ones up because they want it to look as natural as possible. All right, so these blazes are basically burned in the middle so you can see them easily. So kudos to them for making that happen, so it's easier for us to see the blazes. Alrighty, still enjoying a nice walk through the wilderness here. So in the olden days, before they came up with a blaze system, that was the blaze, which is pretty much just an eye in blue. And that is scattered all around the forest in places where the river to river trail doesn't exist. And that's because that's the old river to river trail, the original. And the original one was quite rugged. Alrighty, continuing our journey towards Lost Creek. This is a very pretty area, lots to see. I like this particular part right here. It's well crafted, definitely created, and there's the steps Michelle's coming down.
Yeah. It's like, I need handrails. This is not ADA compliant.
I suggest you stay on the trail in this particular section. Mainly because there's briars everywhere. Chicken. Pretty little area here. Always like these parts of the trails. You're up against some bluffage, kind of at edge of a cliff or a hill. Really pretty. Really pretty. All right, after a small creek crossing, we were back on the trail. But we were coming up to the Lost Creek, and that's where we'll have to take our shoes and socks off and put the water shoes on and roll our leggings up and cross. All right, folks, this is Lost Creek. And it's raging. What? Yeah, no joke. Michelle says feels like we're in the Smoky Mountains. I can see that. We'll see if we cross it. This is probably the best I've seen Lost Creek in a long time. Of course, there's a lot of rocks here, so that's why it's kind of rapid. It's just water's going over rocks. It's trying to go straight, but it's hitting rocks, so it makes it seem a lot more sketchy than it is. I'm sure it's still a little sketchy. Check that out, folks. That's pretty. Might be crossing right here. Yeah, all sorts of mussels the raccoons are eating. All right, folks. Got my boots off, socks off. Got my water shoes on. Wearing these compression leggings today. Pulled them up and going to cross right here. So glad I brought the water shoes. It's kind of an idea I had earlier, because I have waterproof socks, which are great for, you know, crossing creeks. No, I like to wear them. It's just, it hurts my feet when I step on rocks. When I was a kid, I could do it barefooted. So it's pretty cold. Michelle put on some socks, some neoprene socks. She's not gonna feel as much coldness as I'm feeling, so should have listened to her. I should have listened to the girl. All right, folks, here we go, crossing. Definitely chilly. Definitely chilly. Michelle's not feeling nothing.
I really am not.
She's really not. I am, on the other hand. I am definitely feeling cold water against my legs and my feet. As you can see, it's pretty much almost to my knee. So definitely a little chilly, but pretty shallow right here. There's Michelle. She can't do nothing to me for filming her right here, so she's gonna hit me with the stick. Really? I'll push you in backwards. And now we're back to normal. And cross the creek. Cross the creek right there. It was kind of almost knee deep, you know, a foot deep or so in the deepest spot. Way deeper back that way though. Probably would have been waist deep, if not more. So we're gonna have to recross here when we come back. We went around 3 miles, so we're hoping this might be a long hike day. All right, folks, getting into some bluffage here right past the creek, hoping it just gets bigger and bigger. Turns into some cool sights. We don't often get to see the Lusk Creek like this, so it's really pretty to see it. It's really pretty color and just nice and rapidy, you know, a lot of water. Rapidy. That's another one of my dictionary words. I'm gonna write a dictionary of new words I invent. Really pretty up there. Even prettier with Michelle right there. She just makes the shot. If they get tired of hearing it, they can quit watching.
Whatever.
And we know better than that. Larry, Quinn, you'll be seeing this and you'll be like, that's my Michelle. Very pretty out here. Lots of bluffage. Lots of really cool bluffage. Like, when you go check that bluffage out. Pretty rugged right through here. Gonna have to kind of sit down, and I mean, it won't be so bad if we take it easy, but have to get around that part just to get over. So pretty interesting. True. All right, so I came from up there down. Michelle kind of did it a little easier than me, but she'll have to get through this part, and we'll go up this, and then I see a ton of bluffs. Cool bluffs, so hitting the mother lode up here. Pretty nice bluffage. Definitely cool. Creeks there.